Going, guys, back to the video. Today I have most hated NBA players from the last 5 years of the playoffs. So in order to be on this list, you have to have made the playoffs in that year, and you had to be pretty much hated or like not really like thought positive of during like or after the playoffs. So yeah, let's get it started off. And this is from the last 5 years. So we're going to be starting off with 2016. And starting off 2016, I have Stephen Curry. Only reason why I really have Stephen Curry as the most hated player is because I feel like everyone had been used to seeing the Warriors win, and they didn't really like how good the Warriors were and how good Stephen Curry was. Don't get me wrong, Stephen Curry was still a really loved player. Just a lot of people hated him because he was so good, and it gets to a point when you're so good that people start to hate you. And I feel like Steph Curry was the most hated player in the playoffs in 2016. Let me know if you have anyone different from 2016 down in the comments below. But yeah, I have from 2016. Moving on to 2017, this one is pretty darn obvious. Is Kevin Durant. That is the year that Kevin Durant switched to the Golden State Warriors. So he was on the he was on the he was on the Golden, he was on the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? And then in free agency, he decided to go to the Golden State Warriors, and that's what made him pretty much a hated player because he basically built a super team in Golden State. And I put a Thunder jersey on in the video on this 2017 slide because that's the year when he got traded from the Thunder, not traded, but moved from the Thunder to the Warriors. And I think that he is definitely the most hated player in 2017. He was called Snake a lot in 2017, so I think he is the most hated player in 2017. Moving on, 2018, I also have Kevin Durant because I really feel like people still hated him in 2018, even though he did win 2 championships. And don't get me wrong, the hate I feel like was a lot. Like, he was more hated in 2017 than he was in 2018, in my opinion. But I feel like he was still the most hated player in the playoffs during 2018. So Kevin Durant gets the 2018 spot for most hated player in the playoffs. Moving on to 2019, this might be a surprise, but I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the only reason why I really have Giannis is because I feel like he was one of the hated players. I feel like Kevin Durant really gained, people really gained his respect in 2019 because he played during an injury to win a championship, and that's a really big thing that someone could do. It could potentially end their career, but as you can see, it didn't really end Kevin Durant's career, but people still hated him less. And I picked Giannis Antetokounmpo because I feel like people were really expecting him to go far in the playoffs, and he got out in the third, I believe, the Eastern Conference semifinals. I feel like people wanted him to win the championship, and he disappointed them. So that's why I feel like he's the most hated player. And like, people have just made that assumption that the Bucks can't go far anymore, and that every single year the Bucks are going to lose in the second round. So that's why I think that's why I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is the most hated NBA player in 2019. Moving on to 2020, this should be an obvious one in the playoffs. It is definitely Paul George. Everyone calling him Playoff P, Pandemic P. It was yeah, I mean, it definitely hurt him confident wise, and you could definitely see he was the most hated player because he wasn't playing like himself. He was made a meme. He hit a backboard like he was playing in the playoffs, and he shot a shot and it hit the backboard. No, not the backboard, but like the side of the backboard, and everyone made fun of him. Everyone made fun of him, and he really was the most hated player, and it really was sad to see how much it made him play bad. I mean, like, he didn't play too bad. He just played, like, he wasn't playing like himself. So, yeah, Paul George definitely gets the 2020 spot for the most hated NBA player. Moving on to 2021, I have Kristaps Porzingas. I feel like he's the most hated player of this year because I feel like a lot of people have been making fun of him for how bad he played in the first round and that he wasn't able to deliver that much. And honestly, I kind of agree with them. I don't really hate Kristaps Porzingas, but he is definitely the most hated player. And he did kind of choke in the first round against the Mavericks. No, against the Clippers. Just he didn't really show up. He didn't really score anything or do anything. He just choked against the Clippers. So yeah, those are my most hated players from the last 5 years of the NBA playoffs. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, bye.